They were really shooting the lights out today. What was so difficult about defending ODU today? And you guys shot the ball well. And how difficult is it to lose a game where you shoot the ball pretty well, but the other team just shoots the ball better?
I mean, they were bigger than us guards-wise, so we were contesting every shot, and every shot that they put up was basically going in. I mean, sometimes you're going to have nights like that where the other team's shooting the ball well and you're shooting the ball as well. And we just try to box out, and because, they're a good offensive rebounding team, so we were more concerned about that coming into the game, and then the game start, and they're just not missing. I mean, it's just games like that that's going to happen in this tournament.
Did you feel pretty good at halftime, the way things had gone in the first half, thinking, okay, we'll just kind of fix up some of the flaws from the first half and we'll be okay here because, things look pretty good for you guys?
Yeah, we felt good at halftime. I mean, I told everybody, just don't get down on yourself. We're just going to fight it out to the end, whatever happens within the game. And they came out on fire and people started getting down, but I'm just like, we can still make a push at this. I mean, we just try to gut it out to the end. I mean, we didn't come out on top today, but, I mean, we're just going to keep working hard, and hopefully we get into a tournament, or if not, we're just going to be in the weight room and in the gyms all spring and all summer and come back better next year. We got everybody coming back, but we can't count on that. We just got to work hard.
Monte Ross, if get a statement from Coach Ross on the game and open up for some questions for him as well.
I'm sure Devon has already eloquently said anything that I could possibly say. It's always a kick in the gut, the sharp finality of the end of a season. But, I told these guys, hopefully there's an opportunity for us to play again, to practice again, because I really, really love coaching this group. It's been a very, very special, group to coach. And people would say because of the wins, it wasn't the wins. The wins really did help, but it was more so the chemistry that this group has. This was a tremendous, tremendous group, and it was interesting, my wife got off the elevator and came into the room, and she said to me, your guys must really get along. They must really like one another. And I said, what do you mean? She said, well, I was in the back of the elevator, and they all piled onto the elevator, and just their interaction with one another and just their, togetherness. And, I never talked to her about the team. So for her to have that type of response to them, I really, really love these guys, and they love each other. And it was really a special, again, to coach these guys this year just because of their character, because of their leadership, especially Jamel and Devon. And, time's yours.
Monte, you mentioned it's not the wins that were first and foremost with this group, but I got to imagine certainly the intangibles you spoke of had a lot to do with how a lot of these games turned into wins this year and the turnaround in the win-loss column.
I think you're right. I think we face a lot of adversity in games, not necessarily off the court, but in games. And these guys never wavered, not for 1 second. They just – and the other thing was it was the expectation that every game was going to go down to the wire. So when we went out to a big lead and a team would come back on us, it wasn't really a big deal. They really, okay, well, we're in a 1 or 2 possession game, coach. That's what you told us we were going to be in for 18 times anyway. So, but the way they handled themselves and, they came through, whether it be Jamel with a big rebound, whether it be Devon with a big shot. This group was just really, and as a coach, you recruit a certain way to try to get that, a group that has it. And this group has it. And it's, it'll be heard from again.
Monte, that first half, it seemed like both teams were just scoring in bunches. It seemed like it would have been tough to keep that pace up, but you guys still shot 47% in the second half, but you weren't able to keep pace with their scoring. Why was that?
Because we're not built like that. And it was an atypical game in terms of the way both teams like to play. Both teams are pretty good defensively. And we shot great, they shot great. And it's difficult. You never want to really put yourself in that position where it becomes a shootout. But, sometimes it is what it is. And, in the first half, we just couldn't get a stop. They couldn't get a stop either. So, sometimes you're lulled into games like that. But, I give them a lot of credit. They made, in the first half, I thought they really made a lot of shots that were contested. And I thought we probably gave up a little too many drives to the hoop in the second half. But in the first half, most of their shots were contested. One of the things was don't give them any layups. And I would venture to say they had 47 points. Unfortunately, a lot of them weren't layups. They were tough contested jump shots. But a lot of credit goes to Old Dominion and Blaine for the way those guys played today.
Hey, Monte, the whole time are you thinking, okay, these guys are going to cool off pretty soon, the way you guys were defending and the fact that you guys were making your shots too?
Absolutely. And, the funny thing is, Kev, most of the times what I tell the guys in the huddle eventually comes true. And I kept telling these guys in the huddle, I said, look, guys, just trust me. These guys are going to start missing. I said, the key is when they start missing, we have to rebound the basketball. Doggone it, they never started missing. And that was the problem. And, again, credit goes to them. I thought our guys played well. I thought they played well. They probably just outshot us a little bit today.
Monte, given their foul trouble along the front line, and you guys had them scrambling a little bit and juggling lineups, should you have gone inside a little more to Jamel and Brinkley?
You would have liked us to score 90 points. We scored 74 points. So we were, and we shot 47%. So, you could look for something as to why we didn't win the game. I don't particularly think that was it.
What was it then?
They scored 88 and we scored 74. That's what it was.
Hey, Jamel, kind of just following up on what Coach Ross was saying about, he kept telling you guys, okay, they'll start missing pretty soon. Did you guys kind of have that same feeling, okay, they're going to cool off and we're going to get our chance here to kind of put our stamp on this game a little bit, and you guys had to be feeling pretty confident the way you were all shooting the ball too?
We thought they was going to cool off. They didn't. I think they needed to make every one of the shots that they hit to win the game. They hit big shots at the right time. That's it.
Monte, will you guys play another basketball game? Do you feel confident that you will? Do you have a feeling that you will play another game?
I don't feel confident that we will. I really hope that we will. There are a lot of different, tournaments, postseason tournaments. I would hope that we will, just for the simple fact that I really love coaching this team, and I don't want to have had my last speech to them have just been 10 minutes ago. There's some times where you get to an end of the season, it's been a grind, and you just you need some space. The kids need space from you. You need space from them. But this is a team that, they don't want to, but I want to go and practice tomorrow. Because they, every time we get out on the court, they give us, we can count on, and I told these guys this before this tournament started. I said, we can count, we won't even get to 2 fingers, the amount of times that we've had practices where we've had to coach effort, coach energy, coach passion. We just haven't had to do it with these guys. And a lot has to do with Jamel and Devon. They set the tone every day in practice where they give us everything they have no matter how long we go. And the younger guys just fall into line. So will this be the last time? I hope not, but who knows? I tell you what, it's nice for you to be able to ask that. You know what I mean?
You know, and in that regard, 2 years ago, we were sitting here, and you know, you weren't sure which way things were going for the program. You guys had had a tough season. I mean, what does it mean to you personally, you know, now to sit where you are, you know, knowing things are looking pretty good, and you know, the faith you had in getting things turned around, you know, has come true, and you guys had a good year, and you got a lot of these guys back next year.
Well, you know what? I've said it before, and really, to be honest with you, Kev, it's nearly not me. It's our administration. It's, you know, Bernard Muir, our athletic director, who said, look, we want you to build the program, but we want you to do it in a way that, one, every alum will be proud, every teacher, faculty member, administrator, worker, janitor, whoever, would be proud, and one that would be able to be sustainable over the course of time. They knew that it was going to take time, and you know, you talk about, you know, talking the talk and walking the walk. There are a lot of places where they tell you, look, we want you to build the program that way, and then when it's not done, and the snap of a finger, well, the coach is gone. But they really stuck behind me, stuck behind us, our staff, and you know, I can't say enough for the administration that we have at Delaware. You talk about a blueprint for, you know, doing things the right way and treating people the right way, and you know, again, walking the walk and talking the talk. You know, we have the blueprint at Delaware for it, and you know, it's our administration. It's just the faith that they had in me, and you know, I appreciate that, and just happy to be able to repay them with good quality student athletes and good character people, good leaders, and I'm sure they would say the wins don't hurt either.
Yeah, for Jamel and Devon, what would it mean for you guys and your teammates? You can make a kind of a plea through the media to be able to play in the CIT or the CBI, the two new postseason tournaments that teams in the CAA like VCU and Old Dominion have had success in. What would it mean to you guys and your teammates to have a chance to play another game in one of those tournaments?
It would mean a lot. We play hard. I think if they gave us a chance, we would give them everything we got. We're going to play to the last buzzer. I think we're a good team. I think we're an upcoming team that could make some noise in another one of these tournaments that just arose.
I think it would be good for us because, like, in the middle of the season, everybody counted us out. They had us finishing 11 for 12 in the CAA, and our AD stuck behind us all season, getting the fans to come out, inviting all the alumni, putting food out, providing everything, and it just hyped us up just to play better, and motivate us. And I think it would mean a lot for the freshmen since they're down in the locker room. We just try and pick them up, and we're just going to continue to work hard, and we're going to be one of the better teams in the CAA next year because me and Jamel are just going to keep working. And we faced a lot of adversity this year, and we overcame a lot of it, but we failed today. But, just like Jordan said, you're going to fall, but you got to get back up.